start recording. So the recording should be working, I hope.
Yeah, it's working. The screen is visible
Yeah, cool.
over.
Yeah,
Mm.
I am just worried about the sound and all that. So I usually record a 10-second video and see if that is working. But hopefully, sorry,
Mm.
since I recorded the last video and it worked, so hopefully this is also working. So
Mm.
yeah, I was talking about the auth package. So the auth package is purely just Rust code that you have to
Mm.
compile into WebAssembly and then you can use it in your fastn app. So let's see how that is done. So I'm going to go into my terminal, some scary stuff. Don't worry about these guys. I'll close all of them for now and we will try to use it in a new fastn project. So I'm closing all my existing stuff. I don't even remember what I was doing, but it is fine. I can just get rid of this guy. So let me see if I have all. So the first step that you so currently in the current version of fastn, the thing is you have to get the auth package from the auth WebAssembly file from somewhere. So the
Mm.
harder way, but the to me the better way is to compile it from source. But since you are going to be writing the course on it, the better thing is to go into the releases. So you go to
Mm.
the Fashion community or this link, you
Mm.
go into the releases page, and you should see email auth provider and mobile auth provider. These two
Mm.
files. So you have to get the email auth provider. Mobile auth provider, I don't exactly remember, so it is not in my head what it is being used for, but I think the let's not talk about it since I don't know. So I
Okay.
instead of me saying something that is wrong, I will just not say
Mm.
anything about it. So email auth provider you have to download. So let's download this guy. I am keeping it in my downloads folder for now, which is fine. And let's create a new fastn project. So you don't even have to get the source. You just go to the GitHub and download the WebAssembly file. So I
Mm.
think we have done nothing that is too complicated up until now. You can ask me questions if you uh, see something that
So
you
the
don't.
thing for the download, yeah. So I was asking ki after the release download, what we have to do?
Yeah, that I will tell you now. So if I can find my
Mm.
browser, so you have to just click on this guy, whatever is the latest version. So the latest version is 0.1.2. So I go here and download the email auth provider.wasm file. And I can
Mm.
look into my downloads and I can see this file, which is here,
Yeah.
which is great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a fastn project, which I will call first auth. I'll go into first auth. I'll create a hold on. I will create two files here. One is going to be fastn.ftd. I am
Mm.
going to import fastn here. This is just boilerplate stuff. And I can put anything in here unless I am deploying. I think this is correct.
Mm.
And I have to create an index.ftd file.
Yeah.
And I can put hello world here. And I can come in here. I can say sir. Should I put anything else in here? I don't think so. But I will just put trace to make sure everything is all right. Hmm. So this is something that may be weird on my laptop. So since my other servers are running, so I will tell it to run on, I don't know, 8008, and then I will visit 8008 and I can see hello world. So this is standard stuff. We can do all of this. Nothing
Yeah.
specific to auth has happened yet. Now,
Mm.
the first thing that we have to do is we have to get that email auth provider.wasm file in this directory. So I will
Hmm.
copy it from my downloads folder. I hope the font is sufficiently big. I can make it bigger.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
So I will copy the email auth provider wasm file in this directory. So you can see right beside my fastn.fdd file and index.fdd file, I have email auth provider.wasm
Mhm.
file also.
Yeah.
Now, how do you use it? So uh, I don't remember how to use it. So I will just go into my .com project where we already have been using Auth. So if you are on fiftra.com and you go to create an account and sign in, all of that stuff is powered by this Auth package. So
Hmm.
if I go ahead and look at the fastn FTD of our .com project, I should see something that says Auth. So I have to use the URL mapping and do some. I will explain what this is, but I will
Hmm.
just copy it from here for now.
Hmm.
I should not have copied the entire thing, but it's fine. And I can come to my new project. I will delete everything except the auth package, and this name has to be the name that is that is the name of the file that we have downloaded. So I think it was email or provider.wasm. Email
Okay.
auth provider.wasm. So we are correct. So what this means is basically anything, any request that comes to this route will be forwarded to my email auth provider package.
Okay.
So what this means is if I do dash auth
Hmm.
and yeah, so anything that I put after here, so sign up, sign in, those requests will be handled by this wasm file.
Hmm.
So that was the first step. We have to set up this route so that our WebAssembly handlers will get called. Now,
Okay.
the only stuff that you have to do is create user interfaces.
Okay. So one question.
Mhm.
Uh, so the email auth provider, the name. So can we change it that, or it will be the same after?
So as long as you have, so you can call this file whatever, and then you have to put that name here. So if my file was called, let's say subscription, so I would put subscription.wasm here. So if
Okay.
it is too long, you can do
Mhm.
email auth provider. You can move this to just say auth.wasm. So now
Mhm.
I have renamed this guy to auth.wasm.
Okay.
So I can come here and changed it to just say auth.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it is I mean I would not recommend you do that. So since the email auth provider is more clear, since we have mobile auth provider and other providers, so
Mhm.
it makes sense to call it that. But you feel free to rename it as you like.
Mhm. Okay, so there is no problem in changing the name.
No,
Means
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Cool. So we have done this. Now, what we can do is we have to have some user interface, and that
Hmm.
user interface has to send a request to these routes. So what we can do is we can. Oh, hold on. I think I already have. Oh my God, it was on my old laptop. Or oh, just taking a short detour. Sorry for that. But if we can find some demo that I have already created, that would be amazing. I don't think this is the one, is it?
I think.
I don't think it is the one. It is very, very old. It is from the time when fastn used to have all of the, yeah, it is not the right.
Oh,
Hmm. Okay.
this was the oldest version of fastn
Yeah,
auth.
yeah. When you
Mhm.
had all the authentic, you would not have the WebAssembly stuff. So that is from that time.
Hmm. Okay.
So we cannot use it sadly because I just remembered that I had a very good demo of sign up page, login page on my old computer.
Hmm.
So let me see if I can find that, because then I would not have to recall all of the stuff and look bad in front of video.
Okay.
So, by the way, since I'm recording, I don't think your audio will be in the recording. So you can
Okay, my
say,
audio.
yeah,
Hmm.
you can say anything and no one would know.
Acha. Okay.
So, okay. Oh, sad to sad, I cannot seem to find it on my old computer as well, but I think I see what provider is there something. No, no. So we have to do it all from scratch, which is good. We all get to learn
Hmm.
something.
Hmm.
So we can start with creating the sign up page. So that is something that we have to do. So let's call the index page the sign up page, and let's get a text input. I don't know, but I feel like I can give it a placeholder.
Placeholder.
Or we can even take inspirations from our already hosted Twitter.com, and I can sign out. I can go to sign up. So I can get at least these information. So let's quickly copy all of that. So I need to get the name. I need to get what? The username.
Username, email,
Yeah.
password, confirm password.
Okay. So placeholder password. I think I can give it a type of password so that we don't see. I can copy all of this, say that it is a confirmed password. Let's see. Yep. This is optional. I think we can ignore it. But
Hmm. Yeah. Let's
and
just add the button, sign up button,
yeah.
primary button.
So how do you create a button? That is a good question.
You
Uh,
can have ds dot primary button
well,
directly.
yes. But the good thing is we don't have design system in here, and
So
I
just add
don't.
the
No,
system package over.
I will not do that. I don't want to complicate stuff. So I will
Okay.
use ftd.text, submit, and I think if I give it a on click, this will do something.
Yeah.
So let's create a void submit method that takes nothing, that does nothing, and let's ask it to log something to the console. So I will go here. I get a very nice and beautiful page without the help of design system, and it is working as far as the things are concerned. Now, the boring stuff is I have to get all of these values. give it to this guy, and then call an HTTP function using that.
Hmm.
Now that is, I can take inspiration from the .com project. So .com uses UI, and UI should have a sign up page. Yes. So is there a text input? So what we are doing in UI, I think I am revealing company code, but this is safe company code. So I think everything is fine. Don't
Yeah.
use this recording outside, please.
I'm not sharing it anywhere. Don't worry. I just
Okay.
want it for my for the writing purpose, so
Okay.
that
Okay.
if I'm writing it, I don't forget things.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't make it public. At least make it unlisted. Otherwise,
Yeah.
okay. So I have to set some strings. And okay, so do you know how to make HTTP requests in fastn?
No.
Amazing. So what we call, so here is what we are trying to do. We are making a form. We have to get all the information that is put into these fields, and then when I
Hmm.
click on submit, I have to get this data and send it to my the WASM file, basically.
I think this was done in THB project, I think, but I didn't.
No,
I
I
don't
know
know
how
about.
to do it. I'm just telling you the whole flow that I'm going to go through. So since
Okay.
that is going to take some time, so you have to just keep in your head that what we are basically doing is getting this data, and when we click on submit, I
Hmm.
have to get that data somewhere. Now, how that data looks, that I will tell you now.
You just tell me everything in detail so that I can mention it
Hmm.
in key.
Yeah.
Like how are you going to do, because even users will not know na ki how
Huh.
are we how
Yeah.
is the HTTP is processed, and like what are the steps to do that, how the
I got it.
database is connected,
Hmm.
so everything.
Yeah. I know that is why I'm telling you that to do HTTP request, what we do in Fastn is create actions. So actions are just name.
What?
We call it actions.
Accents.
I am saying actions. Why is my,
Actions.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Actions.
hmm. So what is the conventional thing to do is create an actions folder, and we can call your file whatever. So I'm saying signup.fdd, or you can say create
Hmm.
account.fdd. So I have created a folder. Inside of this there is a create account fdd. Now there is this ftd dot string field, I think. So I can go into action create user, and I can see the string field. So these are types given to you by fastn. So let for all the fields that I have, so name, username, email, password, and confirm password, I will create string fields. So name, and I don't think there is anywhere it is documented. So I am going to have to look at the source code, which is sad and bad job done on my side, but it is what it is now. So the confirm password field is actually called password too. So I will tell
Hmm.
you what this means, but for now, I will also just copy this guy and this guy. So since we have not put this checkbox
Hmm.
on our page, what we will do is we will just make it value true by default. So I think I can put true in here. So what it is saying is for my let me just go to the right page, which is this page. I should also close all other pages. Yeah, this can go, this can go, this can go. Cool. So for my name, I want whatever the user types to be captured in a variable, and that variable
Hmm.
is this guy.
Hmm.
So
Name.
yeah, so you can call this variable anything. You can call it username, you can call it first name, but what you put after this colon, that is this name, has to be called name. You cannot call it anything else. I will
Hmm.
tell you why. Because the auth.wasm expects the user data, the registration data, in a certain key value pair. So what you put after this is the name of the key. So you cannot say here confirm password, you have to call it password too. Now, for the purpose of using things in your code, you can call it confirm password if you feel like it, but
Okay.
you cannot call it confirm password here.
So if there are like first name and second name string field,
Yeah.
right? So in front of them also it will be name one and name two, like
No,
that?
no.
Huh.
So we don't support first name and last name with our provider. So the one thing that you can do is ask for first name and last name, and you have to
Hmm.
merge it. So you have to do a string concatenation on your front end before you can send the entire name with the name key to our WASM file.
Okay. Can you show me how it is done? Like
Uh,
over here?
that will just be extra work. What I would do is I would create another text input. I will call it
Hmm.
first name. I will call it last name. And before submitting it here, what I would basically be doing is first, let's say that there is a variable that exists, and I would do something like this before submitting it.
Hmm.
So I'm not actually doing it because we don't support it, and it is easier for you if you don't have this requirement.
Hmm.
So I will just call it name, and here we can leave it as it is, but it will give error. So I will something anyway. So back to this guy. So this string failed is given to you by fastn. So what it looks like. So it is a record. So if I had to define it myself, this is what it would look like, and it would have two fields, value of type string, which is mutable, and
Hmm.
error, which is also a string and is mutable.
Okay.
So when and these two have default values, so I think this is optional. I could be wrong, but we can believe it. And so this is how it is defined. So to use it, if I had defined it myself, I would just say string field username. And since there is also a caption, so this name is the caption. You can give it a default value, like I have given it here. So if I had to say, uh, let's say on my page, I somehow want my default value for this input field to be called admin, so I can put admin in here, but I won't do that. Similarly, since I don't want my user to click on a checkbox, I have put a default true value here.
Hmm.
So the string field is nothing but a data structure that allows you to organize the data of your front end, and it does one other thing. So the other thing it does is it allows you to take the error response from the server and show it to your user. So let's say that they don't put password and password to they have to put the same password in both of these fields. But if the passwords mismatch, the server will set this optional error value to a valid string. So you can use
Okay.
that string and show it on your front end. We will show how that works. Don't worry. So I will put FTD. We don't have to define a string field because it is already defined in fastn. Similarly, you have
Hmm.
Boolean field and you also have integer field.
Hmm.
Now, I will tell you the purpose of this next variable later. We may also don't need it, so let's remove it for now. We will bring it back if we need it. So these are all the fields that our front end requires. So what I will do is I will import that file, and to import that file, I have to go and I have named my package, my first Auth package. I will call it, let's just say, my site, so that it is easier to import actions, and I will import create account.
FTD.
So what I have to do is I have to put an on input if I'm not wrong. So there is on input and there is
Yeah.
also okay, there is only on input. Good. So I can use the FTD set string or I can just copy this guy. So I am going to set this to create account dot name dot value. So what is this name dot
Hmm.
value? So if you go into this file, we are calling it we should have called it name. This is wrong. So this variable has two fields. It is value and error, as I showed you earlier.
Hmm.
So what I'm trying to do is whenever there is a input on this text input, I am setting the value of that string field, which is called name in my code.
Hmm.
So cool, you got it. Similarly, I will do the same thing for all of this. So here I will do it for username.
Username
This
value.
this guy will do email.
Email dot.
This guy will do password, and
Hmm.
this guy will sorry, this guy will do password too because we are calling it
Password too.
yeah. But if we were calling it, let's say that it makes sense for your course to say confirm password, you can say confirm password here, and you will
Hmm.
have to come here and rename it to
Con-
confirm password. So let's
Okay.
just roll with it, and we can now in submit. This submit has to take all of those values.
Hmm.
So what I can do is I can ask for a string field called name. I can similarly ask for a string field called
Username,
username.
email, then the password and confirm password.
Yeah. And just for fun, I will call, I will say it is password 2 here.
Okay.
I also have to get accept terms,
Hmm.
and this is a, sorry, this is a Boolean field. And just for now, I can uh, console.log name.value and with a space name.email. Yeah, let's also, no, just leave it. And I have to get name, username, email, password, and password too. Since accept terms, we are not accepting it with the function, we can, from the function parameters, we can just say this is coming directly from create account, which is this file, and
Hmm.
it is called accept terms with a default value of true.
Huh.
So we want to use this guy, create account, accept terms. So since I've changed this function signature, I have to pass all of these fields from here. So the name will be create account dot name. I could have taken a default argument and then this function would not have taken any argument. So I could have done that also. What I'm trying to say is I could have done
Mhm.
something like this and the same for every other field. But the bad thing is while calling the function, you don't know its inputs and outputs. So generally it is much better if while calling a function, all the inputs I can see. This function could have been in another file and then it would have been a little messy of where its inputs are and where its outputs are. So that is not how you ideally write code. So
Mhm.
but you can if your site is so small, so like this demo app, I could have done that. But since we are doing it for your course, I will do the right thing, the conventionally right thing to do. And I will, one thing I can do is I can assign it an alias, call it CA.
Yeah, so that you can
Yeah, yeah.
just
So I can rename
um,
create account with CA
CA.
and I've renamed it in all the right places except, yeah. So CA dot username, I have to give it email, CA dot email, I have to give it password,
Password.
password with a dollar, and I have to give it password too, which is ca dot confirm
Pa-
password.
Okay.
Hmm. So this is how you would call the complete function, and let's see if this is working. So this is not, which is library not found create account. Why is that? Do I have to restart the server? I don't think so. I think I did have to restart my
My
server.
site value, line number 7.
Okay, this is weird.
You haven't put any values in create account page, which you showed me. No, no, not in this page, like the create account.ftd file.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the value is optional, so you can ignore it. I This is what we do in UI also. So these
Hmm.
guys don't have a value since it is coming from the user interface. Now, why? Okay, I so it is complaining about this,
Capital value.
yeah, and it is on line number 7, which is this guy,
Hmm.
which is weird because I copied it from here and it is looking all right. Hmm. Is it not called on input? It is called on input. My side value not found. So it is definitely complaining about this variable, which should
Hmm.
be defined by nothing. So I am assuming on input just takes value.
Where is this value coming from? Like,
Yeah, so this on input, the stuff that you put in the input box is supposed to be captured by this variable. So you don't create this variable in your code, you just assume it exists.
okay.
Which I think is the right thing, but it is not working.
Mm,
Uh, can we can we do something about it? Can we do fastn.com? Can I go to documentation or can I search? Let me just quickly see. Video text input. Amazing. What?
Oh,
Okay, this cannot happen. Can you visit this link?
uh,
I mean, am I running something weird on my server, or can you visit this link and confirm that the error appears?
yeah, sure. I think the text input, I think it has been removed or something
No,
like
that
that.
cannot happen. You cannot remove something like that from the code base without announcing it.
Okay, so it is an error. Don't worry.
No, I mean, I have to worry because,
That means like
yeah,
I'm saying it's not your fault.
yeah, I'm okay. So what? Okay, now when I say this, I would have to go on a detour, look at what is wrong in fastn, which is very, very sad. So uh, don't think about, don't look at any of this stuff and think about including it in your course because
Of course, I won't include.
uh, yes, this is okay. Maybe okay. Oh, so let me do the stupidest thing and download the latest release. And how does one download it? I think you have to do
Uh,
something.
can we do all these steps in ID?
Oh yeah,
Like, this?
okay. It
So
seems like you can. Oh yeah,
huh?
you should have told me earlier.
I just got this now. I
Mm,
don't know, but it is better to run with ID because we are currently supporting that
yeah.
instead the local.
Hmm. So
Hmm.
that is something that you should have told me earlier. Let's go with this guy. I think I can use it unless I'm using it for something else. Okay, I may be using it for something else. No, this is the default thing that comes with your fastn and yeah. So let me just try to create a FTD text input.
It works because I recently has had added this text input value, fdd.text input in something.
So why this? Okay,
The
okay. Let me
value
just.
getting me error, I think.
Uh, let me see. So let's just create a mutable string variable.
You just copy that code from the local and just paste it now and or do all the edits.
Yeah, but at least let me figure out if it is working, at least the input part. If it is not,
Okay.
then everything is just extra work. So if I save it, yeah, why is it value? Okay, do I have to give it something? Hmm. So if I put, hmm, okay, so this is working on,
ID.
yeah, which is very weird. I will just ping Arpita. Uh, I should. At least help her with the fastn version. It is 0477. Okay. Yeah, it may be my fault. It may be my fault. Let me just find out. So the latest version is 0478.
Second. You just update the version.
Yeah.
Don't download it, just update it.
And how does one do that? Update.
Uh, Update
Uh,
version. Update. Fastn
no,
update.
no. This does dependency updates, not the binary updates. So I have to run.
Yeah, you can just copy it from fastn.com/download. There is the link for installing the latest update.
Oh, okay.
Fastn.com/down install. Sorry. Hmm.
Okay. So I have
Yeah.
to copy this link. But
Yeah.
this link, will it work?
Why not?
Uh, because it is my computer. So,
Okay.
so I have to do something like this. I have to do this, and then it should work. So don't ask me why I do weird things.
Okay.
So the latest version is installed in this path. So I have to just do this. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I have to do this, and then if I do fastn version, this is 0.4.78. Amazing. So we have updated our stuff. I don't need this guy. Let's rerun the server with the latest version. Let me just, it is 0.4.78. So if I run this, if I come here, oh, this is the wrong guy. No. So this is definitely something that is in the New Year version of fastn, and we have not updated the fastn version in FT. That is why it is coming. Okay. Sorry, I have to write a little more here.
Yeah.
It is set string. Okay, this does not work with this version. But, uh, and I'm looking to why I can use a name because the second does not work. So that I get. Cool. So this should help her a little bit. We can move on to doing things on the ID.
ID only. Hmm.
Yeah. Now I have to do one thing. First, I have to get that email of provider file here. But before
Hmm.
doing that, I can copy all my stuff. And now we also have design system. So
Yeah.
we can
So
make it
you
look
can.
pretty. However, I will probably not do that.
Okay.
So it is called my site. So I can, okay, it is called my site. Perfect. I have to create a folder here called actions and put this guy in there. So I will create add file actions ID.
Also, I'll suggest you one thing for the ID. If you could do that,
Uh,
uh, yeah. So when you go on the index.ftd file, you can see that line in on line
oh
number
wait,
20.
I get the same error here. Oh, maybe. Okay. Wait, sorry, I was not listening.
Okay,
Just, just,
you
just.
just fix this, and then I'll say.
Okay, why though? This is mutable. This cannot happen. So it is. Oh, this is so weird. Is it some sort of. Okay, what if I put name in here? It will say name is not found. So it should say line number, I don't know, 14. Oh,
You
I have.
haven't saved it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is saying line number.
28.
Ah, oh, why is it half empty? Was it empty on?
You just check it in your local that you have written full thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have written.
so I will just copy the whole thing. Oh, wait, why did I not? So this looks correct. I will just do this. It okay. Why is it saying line number 40 then?
It's showing for the console.log thing.
Failed to parse message not found. Create account accept terms. Oh, because it is called CA now. Okay, so I get a server error. Hmm. So it was able to. Oh shit! Did I? Hmm. So it is only complaining about name. It is not complaining about anything else. It's weird.
Uh, just change name to something else,
Yeah,
like first name or
let's do that. First name after that. I have to call it. Uh, oh,
it's not saved.
I think the save
Why
failed.
this thing happens every time
Yeah,
in
yeah.
ID?
I
When
might
we save
have.
it, suddenly it disappears.
So that only happened because the save failed for some reason. Okay, I can debug that, but that is not something that we should do right now. Uh, why though? Oh, okay. Yeah, I may be able to fix it. I know why, but oh, it has already been saved, and it says that on line number 7 it cannot do anything about it. What
Uh,
if we not call
if
it? Okay, let's
just
call it monkey.
I
And
suggest that just don't use name field for now.
No,
And
but
let
that would be very weird. If it is,
yeah, but let's see
yeah, it
if
cannot find anything.
it is not like
Okay,
taking name.
so let me do this. Let me just remove this then.
Just remove it and just
Name for
start with
name,
username.
let's just, we don't care about name for now.
Correct.
Yeah, something went wrong, obviously. Wow, this must be very frustrating.
This is very frustrating.
Yeah, so I
I
have to
am
do
very
the
happy
whole
that
thing.
you have got this error in front of me.
Okay, so okay, so the save worked, but it said that it failed, which is very weird.
Okay. So sometimes this happens that the preview is not seen. So you have to update the preview.
Okay, no, the preview is updated. I can call it. Sorry, I can do this. I can do a save, and the save is working, and the preview is also updated. But we get the error because this is the culprit here. The value is not working. This is very sad. I don't know how do I. Why is it not even working?
Yeah, you can. I think Arpita is there. You can add her on the call.
Yeah, but that won't fix it. Or maybe it will.
I think she might know the reason behind this. Like we are doing something wrong or like.
Okay, yeah, I should at least add her and
Uh,
hopefully she is not busy. You here with the
Hey Siddharth. Hi.
what's up?
I'm thinking something is going to happen, so tell me.
Yeah,
yeah.
so I hope you are not busy.
Okay.
So, did you read the thing that where is Discord? Did you read this?
About this value thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, same thing happened with the Minu as well. Last time she did something to fix it.
Oh, did see.
Yes, but she's not
But the
here.
weird thing is, it is happening on fastn.com. I think was it text input text.
Yeah. Text input.
Oh, why is it
F-
not in my history? So it is happening on a production website that used to work, but it is not working now for some reason.
Okay, and any idea when it stopped working?
I don't know. I can at least tell that it is not working on fastn 0.7.78 if it is the,
Before
but I
that, it's
think,
working.
but it was also not working on 0.77, I think. I had 0.77 previously. I can maybe downgrade and find out. But what could be the change that has?
Only when you go back, you'll know it. But try it on local. In local, is it not working? Then you
Yeah, it
can
is
debug.
also not working on the local
Yeah,
machine.
then that's fine. Nah. Then you can debug it.
Yeah, I can. But
Yes,
the thing
good.
is,
Yeah.
I was actually teaching Rutuja how to use the Auth package. So
Okay,
I
do
can.
it once and I'll try it out. I'll check it out and let you know if I'll pick it up. If I have not picked it up, you pick it up and fix that value
So let's
thing.
do this. Since I cannot help Rutuja now, I will go and debug this now. So don't worry about it. If I fail, I will ping you and then you start your
Sure.
work on
Yes,
this. Cool.
sure. Okay. Cool. Great. Bye.
Bye. So Rutuja, sadly we cannot proceed.
yeah, yeah, sure. Don't
You
worry.
can, if it
Just,
is very urgent, you can do one thing. You can assume that this had worked, okay, but you cannot proceed further.
hmm.
Uh, that I
No,
can. What
I
if?
just
What if I
thought,
show you the .com code and explain how everything is working? I think that would work.
okay, we'll try because that .com code is much longer and lengthier.
Yeah, but I will just explain the highlighted parts that you have to grasp. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So this thing you got, you have to get a wasm file from somewhere and write this line, which redirects the
Hmm.
request from here to there. So this is clear.
Hmm.
Now the
Yeah.
second step is that you have to create a sign up page. The whatever features you want sign up, login, forgot password, everything.
Hmm.
You create one page for that so that your users can come to that page. So in front end, we have sign up page, sign in page. We also have this
Set
forgot
password.
password page. So the
Hmm.
set password page is where, so when you do forgot password, we ask for your email and then we say that we have sent a link to your email. So that link is the route to this set password. So when you click the
Hmm.
link on your email, you visit this page and here we ask for your new password. So this is what the set password is for. But
Okay.
let's first start with sign up page. Don't worry, we will look at every single one of them. So this sign up page is defined in UI. So we will go to sign up UI page. Now this is very long, so you don't have to worry about it because this is mobile responsive and all that since that is why it is 477 lines. But there is this text input and you have seen how this works. So for everything, for name, there is a text input. For username, there is a text input. For
Hmm.
email, there is a text input, and for password and confirm password and accept terms, everything. Now, what it is doing is with on input, it is setting a string. So there is since the demo that I was trying to show you, I created an action file. So there is a similar action called create user in the UI project that has these fields that I just
Hmm.
explained. So you get this. Now this
Hmm.
file also has this submit. Don't worry about this. Just read this guy. So submit values function. That is the similar function that we had described in the index file here. So it is the same function and its job is to grab all of these values and send it somewhere.
Okay.
So on input, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing that action, its name and the value inside of that, and setting it to the value that the user just put inside the text input. So I'm doing this line for everything. There is username. You can see that there is a username here. There is email, and for email even I have set string, and I'm changing the email dot value. There is Uh, this is password. So I am doing it for password dot value. This is password 2 dot value for confirm password. And there is a checkbox which is ds dot checkbox. And when I click on it, okay, so is checked. So this I am assuming is how it works. So I am providing it accept terms dot value. So when you click on it, it will check or uncheck this field. So it will set true or false to this side.
Hmm.
And when I click on the sign up button, which is a DS primary button, I am calling this submit values function with every argument there is. So this is very long. You can see I am giving it accept terms, I'm giving it password 2, I am giving it password, username, everything. So this is that function. And this function is originally defined in .com. So I can, so this is the function, name, email, everything. And I get this and I call submit form with this string value.
Okay.
So uh,
So this submit form is inside the create account .ftd file, right?
No, submit form is a function that you get from fastn. So this is used to communicate with any backend there is, not just your
Hmm.
email out provider, but if there is, let's say you are talking to GitHub API, you would do something similar.
Okay.
So what you call submit form on, so this will send a request on this guy with all of this data.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole flow is like this. You go to your sign up page, you create a form which looks like this. It could be this big or it could be uh, this big. So it
Hmm.
could be as short as this or it could be as long as this. And then you call a function that takes all of that values and call submit form. And this URL, as I showed you, if you go into the fastn file, so I have set any request that begins with --auth would go to this email auth.wasm file that we have to download and put it in our working directory. So this is that route --auth create account. So when you hit this route, what it will do is it will take all of this information that you provide, it will save it in a database. You don't have to know where, you don't have to
Hmm.
talk about what that database is. You can say that it is a SQLite database in your course where all of the data is so all of the tables are defined. If you want to go that far, you can even say how to use SQLite and how that data looks like. So
Hmm.
it is so there is this table called fastn user. So it has name and all of the thing that I just this.
Created.
Yeah, so email, password, has the terms been accepted, all of that is
Hmm.
stored in the data field.
So this data table is created automatically, or like we have to
Yes, this will be created automatically for you.
okay. So this is the like I
Yeah,
think
okay,
best
let
part.
me just. Okay, I don't think it is created automatically for you. Maybe I am wrong. Let me just.
Okay. So you can show me in the local one, na, which you earlier created.
No,
Can
so
we?
since that is not working.
Acha. So it will won't see. We won't be able to
Oh,
see
okay, yeah,
that.
it is created for you. Sorry, sorry, sorry. My bad, my bad.
Okay. I thought that it is automatically created.
Yeah, but it is automatically created, but it won't be created unless you hit that route. So since we
So
cannot,
unless like we click on like click the command like dot schema and then unless
so
it won't.
so this is how it would have worked. So if there is a form here, when you click submit, if there is no database there at that time,
Hmm.
it will create the database. If there is no table, it will create that table. So you don't have to worry about tables being created. You can just say that the table will be created for you. And later, hopefully in future when you are writing this course, I have fixed the issues and you can show that where is the .com thing. You can write a few queries here and say that this is how your data is stored. So I can maybe make it a little pretty. So as you can see, this is the admin user. The email that you set will be stored in here. We also do email confirmation. So when you create an account, we send an email to your email account and you have to click on that link to confirm your account. So for that, we stored this data. You don't have to explain that in your course. This is some internal details, but if you want, you can do that. There is also this password reset code. This means that admin has at least reset his password one time in the past.
Hmm.
So there is his email, his username, his name, his email again, because we are doing verified emails and unverified emails. So because of that, you don't have to talk about this subscription information. Okay, this is very unreadable, so just don't explain it. Just say that every data that you put will be in this field.
Okay.
If you can read JSON, you can read this, unless don't worry about it. This is not something that you have to talk about in your course.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing is you have to create a UI, you have to create a form, you have to take user input, and you have to send that input to this uh, create account, this commit form function. So you have to send name, email, username, password to accept them. So these guys have to be string fields, except acceptance, which will be a Boolean field. So you have to give it all. Now this next thing is a route. So when you create an account, you will be automatically redirected to a page. Now what that page would be can go here. So if I say success, then I will create a success page in my custom project, and when the user creates an account, it will automatically redirect them to this success page. So on fifth try, I have set this to the root URL, which is the index.fdd file, which is also why when you create an account, you go back to the fifth.com. So I can show you. This is the root URL, as you can see, fifth.com. I can sign out. I can create account or login, but both would have the same effect. So I can show that even in code. So as you can see, for login even, we have a submit form. This time we are sending very less information. As you can see, we are just sending their
Mm-hmm.
username or email and password. So the string fields are less. You have username or email or password. And this
Okay.
function says the same thing, except you for create account, you say it login, and you pass username or email and password. And this time the next is also the root URL. So when I log in and click login, this will redirect me to the fifthrat.com root URL. But if I had changed it to success, it would have redirected me to success. So this is how it is working.
Okay.
The
I
login
got some
page,
from here.
what?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Mm, okay,
So
I'll try it once in my .com or something somewhere. I will try this
So you
whatever
can
you
take
suggest.
inspirations from .com. The only files that you have to look at is I will send you the GitHub links for those. So
Mm-hmm.
so that I mean you can find it from the video. Every file that I have visited, you can see it in bottom. So this is
Yeah.
UI
Mm-hmm.
and this is front end. So this is in .com, and this was the project that I was trying to work with you. So there is fast okay github.com fifth try UI. So let's say that you want to look at the sign up page. You can search for sign up here, and here is the sign up page, or you can get clone it. So this is the same page with the text input and the set string that I was talking about. So you can refer to this. Even though this is long, you don't have to go all the way through. You have got the gist of it. To look
Yeah.
at the actions, you have to go to .com and look for the actions folder. So when you go to front end, there is an action folder, and here it should be somewhere called create account.
Create account.
Yeah, so you have to worry about this function, these variables, and nothing else. Similarly, for login, you have these variables and this function.
Mm-hmm.
There is also recovered password, which is forgot password.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not explained how forgot password works, so you can later ping me, but try to at
Yeah,
least
I'll just look into it once.
Hmm.
and I'll ping you if I got any
Yeah.
error or doubt related to this.
One thing you can do is go to an older version of fastn. So that
Hmm.
is, I will confirm it for you. When did we release this? I am not suspecting anything, but I think if you are on an older version when this was released, does GitHub not tell you the date? Okay, date. This is July 10. Maybe it is safe to use anything from July.
Or maybe like instead of fast ftd.text input, you should use ds.text input.
No, but that uses ftd.text input under the hood. So that would have the same error.
Yeah, that is also one thing, but
Okay, I mean, I'm certain the only way to get user input is using that capital value variable. So if you are
hmm,
using design system, that is also using the same thing.
okay.
Mm.
I'm just saying that you should try everything
Yeah,
to
I mean,
check
uh, this is the thing.
because uh,
You can reason about some things, and you can. I mean, I can definitely say that the ds.text input would not work. So I saved it, and nothing happens. I hope it is called text input. I don't know. Is it
okay.
called? Okay, if it is not called text input, then it would have said here that it has not been found, but the error is same. So it is.
No, it is called text input only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Hmm.
So try an old version of fastn. I don't think there is any, since we kind of force you to use ftd.string field. So the fastn has to work with this, which it is not. If I had just created a string name, it would have worked. If I delete everything, then this would have worked. Okay, again, why is this not working? Uh, okay, let me just say ftd. So
Yeah.
as I said, this thing works, but if I do ftd string field, then it does not. So I have to look into it, and only then we can talk about the auth course.
Okay.
So I hope you have other things to work on.
Yeah,
This,
I'm actually working with Veda Kosh also.
yeah.
So, actually, it was pending from very long, like this course, and then I thought that I should start this week. So,
Okay, so if you
yeah.
have other important things, maybe pick that. The auth is better since I have worked on it. If I am the one writing the course, it would be much better communicated rather than you going and learning auth and then writing it, and then I am coming and reading your content and then correcting everything. It would be a
Mhm.
longer process. It is much better if I go ahead and do it. So,
Okay.
so I am kind of saying that you don't work on it, you pick something else and leave the
Oh,
auth course to me. Since I have also not written a course ever, so it will be a learning experience for me on how to write courses. So that is a good.
okay. ठीक है. Like, but I want to learn how to do that because I also don't know how to do
Yeah,
authentication side.
so
Or
in
like,
that case, you can
hmm,
read my course that I will publish soon, and then you can learn from it.
okay,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, one more suggestion I wanted to give you.
Hmm.
that in the ID you can have that Alt Z feature, which actually comprises the text, and you don't have to scroll at the y-axis
Wait,
if
what?
you are having very long text.
I don't get it.
So, okay, so let me show you
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying. So, like sometimes it is very hectic to just
yeah.
scroll this whole text. So I'm just saying that you should have some feature which just push this
Oh
other
yeah, you
like
are talking about soft wrap. So it is on the same line.
so it's the in VS Code it is having Alt Z feature, something like that.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, I
it
know.
everything and wrap it up in very sweet, and it looks good also, and it is much readable also. So I'm saying
Okay,
that you
okay,
should have this in ID, which is better to read, and you don't have to scroll this
okay.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, so on VS Code it is called word wrap. So I will
Uh,
see if we can.
word wrap also we call it.
So I will try to enable it. That is a very good suggestion. But
Yeah.
if you look into
Hmm.
the root problem is that you cannot define this on multiple lines. So you cannot enter a new line and do it yourself. So that we will
Uh,
fix.
okay, so we can't do that right now in fastn.
Yeah, so
That's what
that is
you're
the
saying.
limitation of the framework. So the ID should have word wrap. I'm not saying that it shouldn't, but the framework should allow you to put this on multiple lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You might have also noticed it with CSS class names that you have to do the same thing. You have to put every class name in a single line, which is a very bad experience.
Yeah.
So I will do that in very far in the future, but I will try to enable word wrap soon for you.
Yeah, like you can find some alternative for that, or like anything relatable which is avoiding this issue, because this is really very bad.
Yeah.
And if sometimes the site has been refreshed, we have to again scroll. So
So
it's
the thing with word wrapping is that let's say you are recording a course and you
huh.
are explaining how this export works, and the users are looking at this line and they may assume that this is 4 lines long or 5 lines long, and then they will try to code it the same way, and then they will actually put new lines. Then the framework will give you error, and then your course consumers will come and complain to you, and then you will have to say the same thing, that I had enabled word wrap in my editor, that is why it was working for me and it was not working for you. So
So, uh, so I'm saying that the user who want to use WordWrap, so there
yeah,
should be a feature for that only, not
okay,
for everyone. Huh.
okay, so I will enable it, but it will be a setting that you have to check somewhere.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है.
I will create
And
an
I wanted to ask कि, the preview, how long it takes to preview on the main site? Like, how the duration is how long?
I cannot say, but you can assume it would take about a second.
No,
Wait, what?
not at all. No, this can't happen because whenever I update something in my index.ftd file, if I'm writing something uh, over here, if I'm editing these lines,
Uh,
and when I check in my preview, it's been updated. It works very fine. But when I just check out my real site, which is www dot, and
yeah,
when I check this out from here, it is not showing me anything.
so
I
that is
have
an
to.
intended behavior. I will explain you why.
Okay.
So inside of your editor, when you request for a preview, we immediately give you the preview because we know that you want the latest version. On
Hmm.
rutujakapate.com, you
Hmm.
as the editor want the latest version, but your consumers, the end users want a fast version, not the latest updated site. So let's say you publish a new blog. it is fine that your end users get to see it 5 minutes after or 2 minutes after or whatever the time is. So to do
Mhm.
that, we cache your page. The rutujakapate.com is actually cached. So you have to refresh the page either multiple times to get the
Yes.
latest version, or you have to wait a certain duration. I don't know how long that duration is, but you have to
It is,
wait.
I think it is taking really very long. For an hour or something.
So that is a intended behavior. So
Because then but this is really very weird. If I have to do something like turant, like if I want to do it right now, changes,
mm,
then I won't be able to see it in my site.
yeah,
Even on the previous, that day also, I wanted to record it, and I just made some latest changes in my site, and I want to show it,
okay,
but
so
it
I
is
will
not
help
showing.
you. Go to your editor, fifty.com this time,
Hmm.
and click on the side.
Yeah.
There is this link. Open this.
Yeah, yeah. I usually do show this only. Like
Uh,
currently, I'm showing this URL only for previewing anything if I'm
yeah.
having something urgent.
No, so
So
let's
I
say,
use
let's
this
go
only.
to your, so if I change anything in editor, this would immediately change. This does
Yeah.
not happen. Yeah. So you can
Mhm.
use this link in your course. You may notice that this is rutujakopote.com, but it has a certain SID.
Yes.
So this is telling fifth try to not cache this page. This is why you always get the latest version here, but it is not the fastest version. So to get your end users that would wake up in the morning and read your blogs with a coffee, this is the right
Mhm.
thing. But when you are recording your course, this is the right thing with this weird URL.
Okay.
So that is why in the editor we have put that icon. So when you are recording
Mm.
your courses, do that instead, so that you
But then
immediately.
if I want to like if I want to share it in the GitHub links, I have to add some links.
Hmm.
Then like if Amit you reads or if you reads, then you will
Uh,
see the baddest version, right?
yeah,
I
so
won't
you
be
have to
showing
expect that there is a delay between, you cannot just publish a blog and immediately. So that is a bad thing, but to work around that, you can refresh the main site multiple times. So that usually invalidates the cache. So when you go to this page, make a change on fifty.com. Let's do that.
Mhm.
And okay, so can we change something that is immediately visible on your website? Go to the top of your
Okay.
website.
So I will just remove
No,
these
but
URL.
where is that? Okay, maybe.
So I'll remove this.
Okay, so you should be
Yeah.
able to and save it
Mhm.
and go to the production website and refresh it. Did you see the change?
No.
Okay, now refresh it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So
Only
yeah,
on the second week it is
yeah.
doing. If I
So
am working with the ID continuously, like constantly, it won't show it.
no, I am
Sometimes it,
certain that after a few, if you refresh your page 4 or 5 times, the cache will update and you can then send the link to Amityu and it will hopefully work.
okay, I'll work with this also. Like
Huh.
if I get,
When
I
you are
will
recording
think.
courses, prefer this link because this has the guarantee that you don't have to refresh the page multiple times and look bad in the course or your session. But when you are sending a link to Amityu or someone immediately after changing it, make sure that you refresh it a couple times and confirm that you have seen the change on the production website yourself before sending the link. So that is the only solution.
Okay, ठीक है.
Cool. Bye.
Cool. Bye, Siddhant.
Yeah.